Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our Thursday Night Live, to our Pink is Sweet. That's a strawberry. You may not can tell it. This is a strawberry cupcake. We'll see if I actually make it through the whole program without eating it all. My name is Jill Matthews, and I'm a national director with Mary Kay, and I'm so jazzed to be with you tonight. It is going to be a fun night. I hope you are on a comfy couch. I hope you have your favorite beverage. I hope you're all snuggled in. I hope you have loads of air conditioning if you are in the Texas area or anywhere in the South, really, to be perfectly honest. And I hope you are ready just to sit back and relax and learn a little bit about our business opportunity. So for those of you that are joining us today, I'm going to tell you a couple of things that you're going to want to know. Okay, so here we go. We are all about giving free presents and free prizes to all of our guests. And so we want to do that when you choose to communicate with us. And so if you're watching on YouTube, there's going to be a little section where you can learn how to comment. And if you're watching on Facebook, obviously know how to comment on Facebook. But one of the things that we want you to do is jump on, tell us your name, and tell us who invited you. And let me tell you why, because your consultant's getting some kudos for you being on tonight. And the minute that you comment your name and who invited you, we are going to put you into the drawing. We're going to do really 3 drawings, but 2 drawings for everyone tonight, and those drawings are going to be for summer survival kits. And if you don't think we already need survival kits on June 18th, oh my gosh, we're already in survival mode. I was getting my car washed today, and the gentleman said, how are you enjoying our summer weather? And I said, I'm over it. And he said, it's just the beginning of June. And I said, well, I'll be fine. I just haven't adjusted yet. So if you're in that, I'm not sure I'm adjusted yet, you're going to want to win one of our summer survival kits. So we're going to have fun tonight. We're going to be visiting with one of my good friends. Her name is Shelly Ayler, and I'm going to introduce her in just a moment. And she's going to be talking a little bit about her experience and her tenure with Mary Kay as a leader. And so I love working with women that have chosen to be in Mary Kay and chosen to be Mary Kay for a long period of time, because I think that speaks volumes about our company. I think it speaks volumes about our opportunity, that this isn't a fly-by-night company. This is a company that's been here for a long time, still ministering and serving women today. And so it's really a testimony when we see somebody like Shelly that has been super successful for so long in the business. I have been with the business for over 34 years. I couldn't even believe that. I've been saying 33 for about 3 years. Well, actually 2 years, because I had it wrong on the front end, and then I'm missing a year. So I'm up to 34 years. And Mary Kay did a very special thing, and they allowed me to join when I was just 2 years of age. And that was very nice of them to do. And if you believe that, I've got a cupcake to sell you. No, seriously, I have been with Mary Kay for a long, long time. I've been with Mary Kay longer than I've been out of Mary Kay, since I've been in my own body. So that's very exciting for me. And I just love talking about what Mary Kay does for women. And so for those of you that are watching, you're like, I don't really know a lot about Mary Kay. I don't know about how it works. I don't know about the company. I don't know about the products. I'm going to encourage you, sit back and listen, and just let your heart be open and see if this isn't a fit for you, spiritually, emotionally, financially, a side hustle, maybe a full-time job. Really, there's so many options. And so we want to make sure that we answer your questions tonight. So we're going to do some fun things. And if you have specific questions, we're asking for you to put those in the comments, because one of the things that we want to do is make sure we answer your questions. Obviously, we already know about the business, but we want to make sure that we are always answering your questions. So once again, if you don't know about Mary Kay's been around for a long time. This fall will be 58 years. I can't believe that, 58 years. And so we have definitely stood the test of time. We are still cranking out some of the very, very best skincare and color cosmetic products on the planet. In fact, we got some really, really great news that our retinol, our brand new pure potent retinol program was ranked the #1 retinol program in the industry. So we're very super excited about that. And Good Housekeeping is even guaranteeing your money back guarantee twice because they believe so much in that product. So lots of great things cranking out of our $10 million manufacturing facility right here in the great state of Texas. And so I love to talk about that because we are made in the great US of A. We are not imported from other countries. We are not, assembled here. We are manufactured here. And so we love to talk about that because in the cosmetic industry, that is very, very unique. So we love that. And we're going to talk about free cars and all sorts of things. But before I really tell you too much, I don't want to step on Shelly's toes because she's got a lot to share with us. But I want to say welcome to everybody. We've got a lot of people. So exciting. Oh my gosh, I love my clinical solutions. I love to hear that too. Okay, so let me introduce you to Shelly. Now, I know Shelly really well, but I'm going to read her official accolades. And the reason I want to do that is because I certainly want to give her all the credit that credit is due because she has accomplished a lot in her career. So she began Mary Kay in August of 1996. And, she has earned, okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to break it down old school and put my granny glasses on. So don't make fun of me. It'll happen to you someday soon. So she earned her first car the first year she was in business. And she became a leader, promoted to the top 2% in her first 2 years of business. So this is a gal that said, if there's an opportunity, I want all of it. So it's going to be really exciting to hear from her. 85 quarters as a star consultant. So if you're wondering, what does that mean? It's basically a consistency program on retail sales. And so 85 quarters is probably the majority of the time that she has been in the company. And y'all, that's really big. So she's not just telling you how to do it. She is showing you how to do it. She has been in the National Court of Sales over 5 times, which means she has sold in excess of $40,000 a year, many multiple times, and probably well in excess of that. In addition to that, she's earned 15 career cars. Now, let me read these to you real quick. 2 Red Grand Ams, 2 Grand Prix, 1 View, Chevy Equinox, 50th anniversary Ford Mustang, one of my personal favorites, and 6 pink Cadillacs. So if you've ever wondered, are those Mary Kay cars real? Well, she is living proof that they're absolutely real. Her highest award was being Miss Go Gift for March of 2021, which was this past year in the Emerald Division. She is married to the handsome man, Lance, and her oldest son, Andrew, is 21 years old. Her daughter, Alyssa, is 17. And just FYI, I'm so proud of her kids. Her wonderful, wonderful son is a competition swimmer and got a scholarship. I mean, he's just such a stud. I mean, just really. I love his competitive spirit. He is really knocking it out of the park in the world of competition swimming. So Andrew is 21. Alyssa, who is going to she's going to dance her heart away. So she is being really, really ambitious and going to dance in college. And so I love that about her. And then she's got Alec, who is 13 years old. And that probably just keeps her grounded. You know what? Nothing like a little 13-year-old boy in your love life that can really change your perspective on just about everything. Her vision is teaching and leading women to their growth journey so they may step into all that God has intended. God has called us to a free life. Don't use freedom as an excuse to do whatever we want. Rather, freedom is to serve one another in love, and that is how freedom grows. And that is a Bible verse from Galatians. Galatians is one of my favorite books as well. So you're going to love Shelly. So I'm going to bring her on screen real quick. And y'all are going to get a chance to say hello. Shelly, I'm so glad you're with us tonight. I hope you're going to share a little bit about the reasons that you have not just joined Mary Kay, but why you love it, why you stay, why you're still so passionate about it today. And talk to us about those kids too, because I mean, that's always a real driving force for all of us mamas out there. But I'm really turning the whole program over to you. I'm just going to pick winners. I'm going to pop in for some prize patrol, and then we're going to close it out tonight. But I just want you just to take away the program.
Awesome. Thank you. Like as you were saying those accolades, I was like, ooh, we get to add a few things to it because our seminar year is about to wrap up. And yeah, just it's always fun to hear those. And you're like, is that really me? Well, welcome to our pink event. I didn't get a pink cupcake, but I got some pink strawberry cake. And I was sharing with Jill, it looks like it's glittering. You know, we as women, when we work out, you know, I guess we've got to work out after we eat our cake, but when we work out, we glitter, we don't sweat. So my strawberry cake here is like glittering from all the humidity going, you know, from the store back here to the house. So I'm not going to eat mine right now because I'm going to share and chat with you guys. So thank you so much for just being here tonight. Thank you for joining us. And like Jill said, I hope you have a cool beverage. I've got my drink. You got your cool drink. You're in a cool place and you're just comfy. And yes, just sit back, and we want you guys just to listen. And I know some of you guys are here probably to help your consultant out. Maybe she bribed you and told you, you know, she needed help with some promotion she was working on. Some of you might just be intrigued. You might have just stumbled across, you know, Facebook or YouTube, and here you are. So you look a little intrigued. Or some of you may just really want to just gather some more information. And so whichever reason you're here, it doesn't matter. We are excited and glad that you have chosen to spend a few minutes with us. My prayer and my purpose of just, you know, I thank you, Jill, for inviting me and letting me be a part of this. But I just pray, my prayer is that you would get exactly, you know, that God, if God's speaking to you, you will get exactly what you need. And that you, first of all, you would just join us for some great girlfriend connection. Maybe we'll bring a little fun, a little joy in your life tonight, maybe make you laugh. And then you'll get just some great information, and you'll leave more knowledgeable about what this Mary Kay is all about. So yeah, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about me and just why I have stayed. So Jill's been in Mary Kay for, I think she said 34 years. And I have been in Mary Kay for 24 years. And that's a long time. And the fact that we're still here. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my journey and the reasons why I've stayed. But you guys, if you have questions, make sure you ask away. Remember her mentioning that she was going to give some stuff away. So comment, because that gets you in the drawings. But as you ask questions, that's going to get some extra entries. We love questions. We love questions because we're so used to being in our pink bubble. We leave out a lot of the details that you may want to know about. So definitely ask us questions. Okay, so I wanted to start off and just kind of tell you currently. So back in the fall, which was of 2020, we were about 6 months into the pandemic. I wanted to share just a couple of things with you guys. I had written down some notes I had gone back and found, but back about 6 months into COVID, our company was in our fourth consecutive month of growth over the previous year. And I remember Nathan Moore, our president, had come on one of our monthly events, and he had shared that how we were on our fourth consecutive month of increase. And this was 6 months back into, it was in the fall, so about September of last year. And he named a couple other companies, I won't say their names, but had decreased by 28%. Their sales were down. And another cosmetic color line had decreased by 61%. And here we were on the increase. And so I share that just like Mary Kay. And now fast forward another 6 months, and we are still on the increase. I had a conversation with Delia over at our Emerald Celtics division at our corporate yesterday. I was asking her, "Do you have any stats? Where are we now?" And she's like, "Girl, we don't have any of that until the year closes." And so our fiscal year ends June 30th, and so they'll have numbers. But she goes, "I can tell you, we have more of everything. We have more unit club directors. We have more car winners right now. We have more $500,000 directors. We have more trip earners, and even more $1 million directors." So I'm so excited to hear what those stats actually come out to be. But just know Mary Kay is on the grow. And you don't probably hear that a whole lot right now, just in the whole scheme of things and what's happening out there. And so I wanted to give you guys just that, yes, growth here in Mary Kay, we are growing by leaps and bounds, and it is just so much fun. Okay, and so my personal unit, I have to brag on them just a little bit, throw in a little tidbit. So y'all, 3 years ago, we were barely struggling to hit a unit club. We were barely just hanging in there. I mean, we were good, but we were barely hanging on to that unit club level. But over the past 2 years, you guys, we've increased, and our unit actually just crossed across the 500,000 mark this week. And so that is just huge, you guys, just another example of how we are just growing. Now, we haven't always been there. We didn't start there by any means. And so, but I wanted to give you just a little tidbit of where we are now. So let me take you back to when I started Mary Kay. Okay, as you guys heard, I have kids. I have grown kids. But when I started my Mary Kay business 24 years ago, I guess if Jill was 2, I was 12. And when I started, I had no children. I had no kids when I started Mary Kay, when Mary Kay was introduced to me. I was newly married. And let me just kind of give you this list was not something you would go out looking for. A Mary Kay independent beauty consultant. I had oily skin. I had sun damaged skin. Let's see, I was brand new to an area, didn't know a person, did not know one person, brand new to an area. I had never sold anything before in my life. I was a school teacher, and just to kind of give you a little background, I had been teaching second grade for 2 years and had just made the switch to go to junior high. Woohoo! Like, we're going to go teach those junior high kids, those 13-year-olds that I'm like, sending him to school. But I made the switch to teach junior high because I thought that was the answer. So I was in a position, you guys, I was just looking for something different, something more. I love teaching, don't get me wrong, but my mother had warned me about the whole kid thing. And I know that probably doesn't come across right, but anyway, she had warned me, like, I don't know why you're going into education. But anyway, I did choose it. I do love to teach. I do love to train, but I love to teach and train people that choose to be with me. And all of you guys chose to be here tonight. And so I love the fact that I'm hopefully getting to teach and train or share something with you guys. But anyway, okay, so I never sold anything. Made the switch from second grade to junior high. And, I was just looking for something more. Like, have you ever just had that little itch? And I was just like, this is good, but I just can't do this for 30 years. Or I remember us going to purchase our first car. And I remember like walking away from that, just like a gut, like a knot in my gut, like, oh my gosh, like, I have a degree, my husband has a degree, and we're gonna have this paycheck and this insurance payment, and holy cow, we're already month to month. And I remember that was a downer. And I was just like, there's got to be more. There's got to be more. That was in the back of my head. And so my initial thought was to go back and go back to like graduate school, go get my next degree so I could get out of the classroom. And I was about to head in that direction, but Mary Kay found me. And of course, God had totally different intentions for me. But anyway, I had never sold anything before, you guys. Even when I went and asked my husband, because we were newly married at the time, I was like, hey, this was like my excuse. I had to go ask my husband. And so I was like, hey, is it okay if I spend $100 and become a Mary Kay beauty consultant? And even him, you guys, his comment to me was, well, you've never sold anything before. If you want to do it, sure. I don't see how you think you're going to sell makeup. I was like, And so that rubbed me just a little bit, under the gut too, and just left me with that, let me show him potentially. Like, that was like way tucked back there because I didn't know enough to know what would even show him. But anyway, so y'all, I jumped in. When the gal introduced me to Mary Kay, my sole intention, you guys, was just to learn about the products for myself. I was a hot mess, oily skin, sun damage, didn't know what skincare was. And so I'm so thankful that I did not think about all the people I didn't know. And I did not think about all the people that I was like, who would I even sell to? Didn't even think those thoughts because I was consumed about taking care of me at the time. Because I knew I needed help in that department. So anyway, I just jumped in, you guys, was eager to learn. And I did. I showed up for every event. I was eager to learn. I think I got off to a slow start. Everybody's journey is their own journey, but women nowadays, of course, your timetable is your timetable. It's your journey. It's your story. And so some women come in and go super fast. Some, go a little slower. It doesn't matter. It's our own personal journey. And so it took me about 6 months to fall in love with all the Mary Kay products. But during those 6 months, y'all, I was showing up for every event. And guess what? When I showed up, I saw what the other women were doing, and I saw them earning cars. I saw them becoming red jackets. I saw women promoting themselves to directorship and leaving their jobs behind. And so it planted a seed in me. And so as I fell in love with the products over those 6 months, I made a decision 6 months in that I could either continue forward with this teaching journey, or I could go and actually work this Mary Kay business. So I made the decision to work the business. And so from making that decision, you guys, I did two months later, I was in a red jacket. About 5 months later, went on target for my car. I did earn my first car on the year anniversary date of being in the company. So that was huge. But I have to say, y'all may laugh at this, but I had absolutely no people skills. That's another reason why I would not have been the ideal Mary Kay beauty consultant. But I had absolutely nada people skills. I was the school teacher teaching second grade that if I could avoid talking to a parent, I went around the block, whatever I had to do, just to ignore, well, not ignore, but you know what I mean? Not to have a conversation with the parent. And so, yeah, that still cracks me up to this day. And I won't even go there, but yeah, so that just still cracks me up. But communication skills, you guys, I learned them. I learned them through this amazing Mary Kay business. And so, I did one more full year. Went in and out of director and qualification. Don't advise it, but it was my personal journey and I had lots of learning to do. And so I did one more year to become a sales director with Mary Kay. And then, was able to leave full-time teaching behind to step into a full-time position with Mary Kay. And, it's funny, after 1 year of teaching school, I remember after my first year of teaching second grade, I was like, okay, repeat the year. And then I was bored. After the second year, I was like, there's got to be more. And then I looked back, and I was always the teacher rearranging the classroom. Like I have to readjust and rechange because I like change. Well, for the most part, I like change. And then, to be in Mary Kay for 24 years, there's got to be a little something to make that just stick. And, I sometimes I think back and I'm just like, well, let me just start listing all the ways that this whole Mary Kay journey is way more exciting, and how the different change and just the different things happen along the way that just keep you so engaged and so growing. So anyway, I made my top 6 list of why I have stayed in Mary Kay. And I do think that speaks volumes nowadays, because we live in a world that if you're not happy here, you jump over here. And if you're not happy here, you leave and you jump over here. And sometimes we jump before we have anywhere even to go. But when I look back, you guys, just the things that, actually what I was going to say is, it's not all rosy and peachy. Like not every day is perfect and not everything has been pretty. Have there been times I wanted to walk away? You bet. But anything worth having is definitely worth fighting for and worth just pushing through. And I have to say, some of my biggest lessons learned have been when I didn't get exactly what I wanted at that specific time. So anyway, let me go back to my list before I get off on a tangent. But I made a list of 6 reasons why I have stayed in my Mary Kay business for 24 years. And these would be 6 reasons why I am not going anywhere. Number 1, you guys, was for the family working from home, not a stay-at-home or a stay-at-home mom, but a work-from-home mom. I got to be the one to raise my children. It's really funny. So kind of the reason why I chose teaching at the beginning, because I was an accounting major in college to begin with, and then I switched to teaching. And part of that was because I wanted to be a mom. I wanted to be home with my kids. I wanted to be the one to raise my kids. And so I knew that if I went into the teaching profession, whoever I ended up maybe marrying, I still would have that same schedule and still be able to work around my kids and be home. So that was very small thinking. But the fact that okay, so I had no kids when I started Mary Kay, became a director, still no kids. And so I always say God knew me way better than I knew myself, because he knew there was no way in the world I could be a stay-at-home mom. And that's the end. Like, that's it. Like just 24/7 stay at home. Some women are made for that. That is not me. I love the balance, you guys. Mary Kay And y'all, I can say it, y'all. I've worked Mary Kay, no kids. I've worked Mary Kay pregnant. I have been holding out a skincare class, like 9 months pregnant, out of breath. It was like a long skincare class. I worked Mary Kay with babies. I've worked Mary Kay with toddlers, worked it with kids, and now I'm working it with adult children and junior high kids. And so, God knew me well enough to know that I wanted to raise my kids. He wanted me to raise my children. But at the same time, the balance to be able, instead of leaving for a whole work day to go to work, I could leave for 2 hours and go do a show. I could leave for a couple hours, go have some woman to woman interaction connection. And y'all, every time I went back home, I was a better mom. And it filled my cup up, which in turn gave me more to be able to give to my kids. And so, yes, I say I wanted to be home when my kids were young. We all do, or not all. I shouldn't say all. Sorry, not everybody, but I had the yearning to be home with my kids when they were smaller. But looking back, that's a little kind of like selfish from my part because they don't remember that time. I mean, yes, we have a lot of impact on our kids when they are small. So I know there's more to it there. But at the same time, the time spent with my children as they become older, y'all, that is truly priceless. You cannot put a price tag on that at all. So Jill did mention my oldest one is a swimmer. So we made the decision when he was in 8th grade. We made it as a family decision because if you know anything about the sport of swimming, you have to put a lot of time in. And so there were days, so he always had early check out of school. Like he would get dismissed from school early in high school so that I could pick him up because he couldn't drive yet and take him to the pool. Well, that was just one time of the day. So there were literally days, you guys, 2 days a week where I would get up at 4:00 in the morning, take him to the pool, sit there, and we would drive in the pink Cadillac, take him to the pool. I would sit there. Sometimes I'd have my quiet time. Sometimes I would sleep. Sometimes I would plan. Sometimes I would do my Bible study, but I would sit in the parking lot, wait for him to do his swim. We'd hop in the car, go home, get all the kids to school. I would pick him up early, take him back to the pool in the pink Cadillac, drop him off, head back home, do dinner with the kids, do homework with the kids, and then go back to the pool and get him. But y'all, that time in the car with him, priceless, priceless, priceless. And thank you to Mary Kay, you guys, and just this amazing business that I could work all around that crazy, crazy season is priceless. And so we were driving a pink Cadillac, and here I was like being a mom, you guys. And so I love the fact that you don't have to choose a Mary Kay. You can choose. I loved it. Mary Kay, what did she say when someone asked, well, which dessert do you want? She was like, both. I want both. And so in Mary Kay, you can have your cake and your ice cream. You can have both. And so, yes, so that's the 21-year-old. My daughter, she's 18. Yes, she's about to go into collegiate dancing drill team. And so I'm going to put it out here. She would die. She would kill me. Just nobody tell her. But she is trying out for the Kilgore Rangerettes. And it's really kind of funny because I said that to two men today at the Guitar Center because my 13-year-old takes guitar lessons. And they were like, they looked at me and they said, oh, that's cool. And I go, do you know who the Kilgore Rangerettes are? And they were like, no idea. And so anyway, you may know who they are, you may not, but they are a collegiate drill team that is known worldwide, and they do perform at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. They travel and they do perform. And so anyway, so she's at a camp right now. And so she comes home tomorrow, and then we hop in a car on Saturday and we head to another camp in the pink Cadillac. But y'all, I just love those times, and they have just been blessings. And like I said, just the older times, you guys, sometimes you don't think about that, but being home when your kids come in and, when they first walk in, that's when they want to talk to you. And so anyway, family, you guys, definitely that is what my number one reason for staying with Mary Kay so long. Okay, I could tell more stories about my family, and the 13-year-old, we'll just leave him for later because Jill was correct. Like, that's enough. He's giving me my gray hair that I'm having to cover. Okay, so number 2 reason why I have stayed in Mary Kay, oh my goodness, is the friendships. Oh my gosh, you guys, I think I've probably taken this one for the most for granted, or not for granted, but just like so used to it, like you really don't know what it's like not to have great friendships. Like, and I'm not talking like just fun friendships. I'm talking healthy friendships. I'm talking positive friendships. I'm talking women who make you want to be better. And so one of the things Mary Kay was genius when she set this whole Mary Kay system up. You know, women can be very catty. We could be very competitive. We can compare a lot. And but she set the groundwork in Mary Kay that nobody has to climb over another person in order to get to the top. It's not just one spot. It's whoever chooses to put the work and the time into it can go to the top. So if you want to come along and earn a pink Cadillac, come on, let's go do it together. And the fact that that we can it's that fun competitiveness that when she does something, she shares her idea. When she does something that's great, she shares her idea. We all collaborate. And then it's not just one idea anymore. We have lots of ideas. And then we all become better because of it, y'all. That is amazing friendships. Friends that make you better. When you leave their space, you're just walking on cloud 9 because you have been with them and in their space. So friendships again, you can't, I mean, that is just an amazing gift. And these are lifelong friendships, you guys. They're friends that you can call up. You can meet somebody like at one meeting, connect with them, and then you're instant girlfriends forever. And the other cool part is, y'all, I've got friends I'm the girl from Texas that never lived anywhere but Texas. Went to school in Texas, never lived anywhere, still here in Texas. But it's so cool to have girlfriends all across the United States that I could pick up at any time and just say, hey girl, I'm struggling with blah, 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 blah. I need some help. And they would be there in a heartbeat. Okay, so family, friends. The third reason is the recognition and the prizes. Okay. All right, so I was thinking about that today. I was actually thinking about the recognition. And the reason why I was thinking about that and the prizes is I kind of did a little digging yesterday, or actually, yeah, yesterday when we crossed across 500,000, I had several people say, well, how do you feel? How do you feel, Shelly? And if you know me very well, I am more of a thinker than a feeler. And so I went and did a little digging and was digging through pictures because I was like, I know I have taken 1,000 pictures of me wearing or, trying on somebody's like $500,000 ring. And so I went through all my stuff on my computer, couldn't find it. So anyway, I found this picture. And so this was, y'all, when I was a brand new, well, I think I was, y'all can see my ring light. I was a red jacket. There we go. Red jacket, holding my hand up. And I don't think you can see it very well, but that's a big, huge 3-4 carat ring right there. But anyway, I found this picture and I was like, when I first came into Mary Kay and they would talk about these diamond rings and then you could work for some earrings and you could work for some jewelry. Y'all, I'll be honest, when I was a brand new beauty consultant, I rolled my eyes. I really did. I rolled my eyes and I was like, why would I want that? Like I was the girl, the teacher that wore no jewelry. And the reason why I rolled my eyes, you guys, is because I didn't have any. I definitely never won any, didn't have any. And so I was like, I don't need that, or I don't want that. Well, guess what? When I earned a prize, that was like the best thing ever. And then you turn around and I was working for more prizes. And it's just one of those things that's a little addictive. Now the praise recognition is over the top, and Mary Kay is probably the best place that we get praised, we get recognized, we get cheered for. And you guys, it's true. We truly are genuinely happy for each other. I know that sounds a little crazy. It could sound a little foreign, but we truly are happy for each other. But as I've kind of evolved over the years, as far as the prizes and the recognition, it's really kind of funny because I feel like I've done this full circle. So I went from, I don't need those to what can I earn? What can I earn? And I've earned many. In fact, this plate that my strawberry cake is sitting on, you can't see it. I guess I could move my cake, but it's not moving. It's stuck to the bottom. There is a B on the bottom. This was the anniversary china. I had the whole set of china. It's one of my favorite prizes. But I don't work for the prizes anymore. I mean, yes, they're awesome. Yes, they're sweet. Yes, they're the cherry on the top. And they've been great. They are great. I probably wouldn't give them back, but it's just the prizes are just the extra. And Mary Kay knew very well that if, we as women, when we get extra cash, extra money, we don't spend it on ourselves. We spend it on our kids. We spend it on our family. And so that's one of the reasons why she gave us those amazing prizes. Okay, so that's the third reason, recognition. Are you stopping me?
I'm stopping you for one quick thing. We've got a winner. We've got a winner. And I'm so excited. Our very first summer survival kit is Tanya Carrillo and Linda Thomas. You're her consultant, so congratulations. So I'm just giving stuff away, Shelly. So I know I was the same way. When they started giving away these prizes, I was like, yeah, just pay me what I want and then I'll buy what I want. Yeah.
Just give me the cash and I'll be happy.
Yes. And as I look at me today, I'm like, you know what? I'm still all over some of those prizes.
Right. Oh,
yeah. Okay. I'm going back to Prize Patrol. You're
all right. Awesome. Yay. Congratulations. And so if you're joining us now, oh my goodness, let me pop in and say again, well, I think it's actually on there scrolling. But if you're just joining us, pop in the comments who you are, who your beauty consultant is. Comment, and then, of course, ask questions. The more questions you ask, the more entries you'll get into those giveaways. Okay, so we talked about family. I shared about friendships. I shared about the recognition prizes. Okay, the fourth reason I have stayed in Mary Kay for 24 years. Y'all, our company is founded on the principle of God, family, career. Oh my gosh, you guys, what a platform, what a privilege, and what a responsibility that is. And so I love the fact that we can share, we can encourage, we can pray for each other, and we can talk freely however we choose and how we want to share with what God's doing in our lives. And I was trying to pull it real quickly. Today, we had a Facebook Live inside my team group, and here it is. And I was sharing with them, we've been talking a lot about how strong our minds truly, truly are, like how much they can really make us think things, our mind. And so I got to share today with the women, you guys, oh, great. I wasn't going to pull my glasses out. The 7 promises of God. And, wait, here. Oh, no, I don't see the little line I wanted. Oh, well. Okay. But anyway, changing our doubts to trust. And so 7 promises you can count on from God. And so you guys, sometimes they show up and we talk about skills. We talk about Mary Kay skills. Sometimes they show up and we talk about head stuff. And sometimes they show up and we talk about heart stuff. We talk about spiritual stuff. And so, guys, that's the cool part. We're growing, you guys. We are growing. Oh, I'm going to head on the next point. But we can truly put God first. We can put our families in place, and then we can work our businesses right behind that. And I truly believe that God will bless what we put in those priorities. And so did Mary Kay, because like I said, those were the foundations that she built our company on. Okay, so that's number 4. Huge. And number 5 is the word growth I wrote down. Number 5 reason, and now I'm getting all choked up. See, I'm getting excited. I'm getting hot. Okay, so number 5 is our growth. And number 5 reason is just the growth over time and over just allow. And of course, I think this kind of goes with number 4 with God, because God's the one that grows us. But guys, let me tell you, growth. Okay, we're talking skills. We're talking people skills. We're talking time management skills. We're talking people skills. We're talking communication skills. We're talking money management skills. We're talking emotional management skills. And so what I love, in fact, Rebecca on our team was just sharing this week how one of the ideas that we shared, it was actually like a time management system, time blocking, we were teaching that in Mary Kay. And so she was able to take that concept, you guys, and carry it over into her real estate business. And so it's making us better women overall. So we get to grow as a person. And when I think back as an educator, I mean, they did a great job in growing me as an educator, but not so much as a person. And so in Mary Kay, you guys, we get to grow in all of those areas. And I truly believe that one full year, excuse me. There we go. Okay. That was so yucky on the camera. Okay. All right, but 1 full year in Mary Kay, you guys, is like a self-improvement course 101. You're going to grow in all of those areas. Y'all, when I was fresh out of college, like 2 years out of college, 2 years working when I joined Mary Kay. Y'all, I told y'all, when I went through DIQ, I didn't have any communication skills. All my communication skills I've learned through Mary Kay. Money management, hot mess. Learned my money management coming through Mary Kay. Lots of multiple money classes through our company, you guys, through amazing national sales directors like Jill, teaching us how to run our money in a godly fashion, in God ordained order, to run it well. But all of those skills. And so even if you come into Mary Kay for a season or a lifetime, you are going to leave this amazing growth-minded person and looking for ways just to grow yourself. And so, y'all, that is probably my biggest motto. Well, it was in my introduction, but just how we're constantly becoming and growing into the person God created us to be. Oh, okay. Yeah, I will continue moving on. Otherwise I could stay there for a while. Okay. So that's growth. And then number 6, you guys, is I get to share and teach with others. And so y'all, like I said, I was a former school teacher. I know I sell product. Y'all, I know I write sales tickets, but I've always looked at this as just teaching and sharing. And just the more women I get to teach and share with about our amazing products, the more women I get to teach and share how to run an awesome business, the more women I get to teach and share on just time management, how to use a date book, how to plan her time. And it just makes her a better woman, makes her a better mom, a better wife. And then she can go off and pass that on to other people. But my true passion, you guys, is just teaching and sharing. And that's what we get to do on a daily basis, a weekly basis. And then the higher up we go in Mary Kay, the higher our platform becomes. And so the more people we get to, because that sharing and that teaching impacts others. And y'all, that's where the true joy comes from. So it's cool whenever we've picked up those free cards, and it's cool when we pick up those diamond rings, and it's cool when we get those prizes. But oh my word, it is off the chart whenever we have been a little small something that has helped this other woman be able to step up and do the same, if not more, knowing that I have shared with her or taught her something that has helped her to grow and blossom into this amazing woman that God intended all along. We just needed some fertile ground. We just needed a safe place and a fun place to grow. So anyway, so those are my top 6 reasons for having stayed in Mary Kay, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to share just 5 quick facts, and these might have come up in the questions, but let me share just 5 quick facts about our Mary Kay business. Y'all, we make 50%. Hello, we make half. We make half of everything we sell, which also means that we can purchase what we use for half price. And so 50% of our sales is profit. There are no quotas. There are no territories. Quotas, like nobody's going to be like banging on your door, ringing your telephone going, how much did you sell today? How much did you sell? Nope. Now, unless you've asked us to, we might could do. No, I'm just kidding. But there's no quotas, you guys. There is a minimum order one time a year to keep you in Mary Kay. That would be considered a quota. But other than that, you guys, there's no territories. And truly with working virtually, the no territories is truly out the window. Like we are working no territories here in the United States. We are a dual marketing company. We are not an MLM company, you guys. We are dual marketing, which means there's one purchase from us and the company. So like I purchase from the company and then I sell to my customers. The women that are on my team, they purchase from the company and they sell to their customers. They don't have to come through me. And then all commissions are paid out by Mary Kay. So it's really cool. Yes, we earn commissions from our team and as we build our team, but all those commissions don't come out of their pockets, you guys. It comes out of Mary Kay's pocket. But we are dual marketing and of course, God, family, career. And we already talked about that. So I like to share we call them, see, I'm already getting tongue tied. We call them the 5 fast, fun facts. 50%, no quotas, no territories, dual marketing, and God, family, career. Okay. Bam. All right, you guys, I hope I've shared a little bit. And so do we have questions? Do we have any other questions out there or any questions at all that have come about from the night?
Yes, we do, as a matter of fact. And so one of the questions that I heard is, hold on, let me read it for you real quick. It says, how do you get a car and how long did it take you to do it? So Shelly won hers in her first year. I needed a car much worse than Shelly, clearly. So I won my first car in 4 short months because that's all I can think about is winning that free car. Actually, today, you can win a car much faster than that in 1 month, your very first month in the business. And so just, Shelly, do you want to share some of the details on the car? Would you like me to do that?
I was just going to say, that's one of the questions we get at the gas station. Have you gotten that? Like when you're filling up for gas, the men will walk over and say, how much did you have to sell for that car? And I'm like, well, sir or mister, it's not based on my own personal sales. It's based on my team's sales. And so I love that every pink Cadillac and every Mary Kay car you see driving down the road doesn't just represent her. It represents, hundreds of lives that are also impacted. And so I think that's the coolest thing. And a lot of people don't understand that. But I don't think I answered the question. I think the question was how long.
Well, just as a quick follow-up, what Shelly's saying, one of the things that I think a lot of people think is that car, what happens if you don't do the work? Are they going to come take it out of your driveway? Everybody's so nervous about the car. Guys, the car is a reward for your performance and for your position. And so once you built the team and once you built the production to earn that car, the car's going nowhere. What we see, as you heard with Shelly's, a litany amount of cars. I mean, she's just got
I had to try every car out.
Yeah, she got a car lot going. What happens is Mary Kay, once you increase your performance, Mary Kay just allows you to qualify for bigger, better, badder cars. Mm-hmm. And so I love the question about the cars. And Shelly's absolutely right. It's only men that usually come and ask me any questions about the car. I've got funny stories about men honking at me going, can you call my wife? We need a free car. So it's funny. But seriously, the free car program is by far the largest incentive we have in our marketing plan outside of our income, of course. But, so we talk about diamond rings and fun jewelry and things like that. But when you put a car in your garage, if you think your husband won't be supportive of your Mary Kay business, just put a free car in the garage. You are the sexiest, hottest wife on the block, baby. When you put a free car in the garage. And so the car program, how many cars? 15 cars?
15 cars.
15 cars. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and I'll say
car insurance payment for those.
Right. Yeah, the insurance payment. And I didn't really realize how awesome that insurance payment was until
started buying cars.
The teenage drivers. And
yes.
So, yeah, that's crazy. But hey, here's a quick fast story. Just when I was pregnant with Alyssa, my second one that's 18 now, I was driving a pink Cadillac and I was put on bed rest with her. And, speaking about, a lot of the questions about, losing the car. And so I like to give this story because in January, I went on bed rest in January with her, was driving a pink Cadillac, brought her home from the hospital in May in a pink Cadillac. And I was still able to work my Mary Kay business. It just looked different. Now, if that had happened and I had been, working full time, I would have been docked pay. And, but I was still able to talk. I had to sit on a couch and I couldn't go anywhere. But just the fact that I didn't lose a car, I was still able to communicate, work with my team, encourage them, pass on my skills to them and bring her home in a pink Cadillac. And it was awesome. And so it may look different and just, things change, but, the car program, they give you lots of great ways to stay in your car. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, the car program is bomb for sure. Okay, so Shelly, here's another quick question. How long did it take you to see actual profit and realize you wanted Mary Kay to be a career? This is a great question. I love that. I want to first of all say the minute you sell your first lipstick, you double your money. That's the first profit. So there's a profit really day one. But Shelly, you may want to answer that question.
Okay, so the question was, when did I see my first profit and when did I know that I wanted Mary Kay to be my full time? Okay. I'm trying to think if there was a moment in time. I always talk about, not always, probably after I earned my car. Now I knew there was profit. Like that's cool. Like I still get excited about getting profit off the products. I have so many sales that came in this week for my customer appreciation week. I'm not caught up, but I know I've retailed almost close to $2,000 and that never gets old. But I mean, I was profiting money, like retailing the products, probably that 6-month mark, because I was falling in love with the products for a while. But I don't know, somewhere along the way, when I earned my car, I felt a calling, like this is what I was supposed to do. And I remember having arguments with God going, why is this not working so great? Because you have called me to this. Like, why is it not like lining up and just falling into place? Isn't that the way it's supposed to work? And so I remember going, okay, Lord, I know I'm supposed to be a director. I know this is where you're supposed to have me. But I had to let go and let his timing. But I knew that this is where I was supposed to be. It was just, like I said, I love teaching. And so I guess that would have been my second year in business. I knew I was called to do Mary Kay full time. I've still questioned it. Like, isn't that sad? I hate to say that, but I'm real. But yeah.
Well, but don't you think sometimes we question everything that we do?
We do.
We question whether dinner was good if we did something like, I probably could have done better. I don't know.
I use the example. It's like a teenager. You tell them something and they're like, no, and they argue with you. And so, I'm like a teenager arguing, going, no, Lord. And he's like, oh, no, it's going to be this way. And, it's kind of, to me, that kind of a relationship. But yeah. And so, I mean, it just, it's what I wanted to do. I mean, it's addicting too. Like, it's addicting. Like all the things I mentioned are addictive, but they're good things to be addicted to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could be addicted to alcohol and drugs, but I'd rather be addicted to this.
Well, yeah. I'll tell you, and Shelly and I have a very similar story. That's why I think we get along so well. But one of the things that I can tell you is, as far as a technical standpoint, the minute you sell your very first product, you make a profit. When did I decide I wanted to do Mary Kay full time? I always say I was not drinking the Kool-Aid right in the very beginning. I was just going to make a little extra money so that I could pay off student loans. So I had this like glooming student loan debt. And I was like, okay, I just need to pay my student loans off. Then I'll decide what I want to do, like step 1, step 2, step 3. But I can remember vividly when I had an opportunity to do a party with a young girl, and there was a major connection, and it's a whole long story. I won't go into it, but I was at a party and I didn't feel like I did a very good job, and really everything had kind of gone wrong. But there was a moment in time where I just knew this is what I'm supposed to do. And I didn't know how, and I didn't know when, and I kind of like what Shelly's talking about. But you do know that serving women is the highest calling. I mean, you just do. And but I had to make it financially right, because I was single. I didn't have any other form of income. And I was working a full-time job of 60, 70 hours a week. And so I decided I would put a business plan together. So if you're serious about this business, wanting business type income from it, it's absolutely there. So I've made over a 6-digit income for the last 24 years. And I know Shelly's in that same category as well. And so there is definitely money in this business. Do you want to treat it like a business and get paid like a business? Absolutely. If you want a little side hustle where you can just play a little bit and have some extra shoe money and get your hair done and not have to tell your husband you got new lashes, whatever it is. I mean, whatever it is you want to do, you can absolutely do that. So it really depends on you. But do you make a profit day one? You make a profit day one. Day one. The first time you sell a lipstick, you are in profit. Okay, so somebody else asked real quick, are cars the only reward? So I'm going to take that one, Shelly, because no. And so I'm just going to tell you about one of the rewards, and Lizzie probably would like to jump on and share about this as well. There are all sorts of rewards. There are rewards in free cars. There's rewards in jewelry. I'm wearing a beautiful 5-carat diamond ring today. I have literally every diamond except for the one my husband gave me in my life came from Mary Kay Cosmetics. I didn't even like jewelry when I came in, but I'm over it. I've decided I like a little jewelry. So the jewelry is fabulous. I actually almost the majority of the things in my house. I have one leather sofas. I have one a color TV. I have one exercise bike. I have one a patio furniture. I have one an outdoor fire pit. I have one literally countless things for my home. And now my husband likes to get the Star Consultant brochure and start circling what he wants, which I'm not so sure about. But anyway, I do think he's very supportive. So we'll talk about that. But I also want to let you know that travel, oh my gosh, and Shelly and I are both on the same page here, but world-class travel. And so one of the things that has been huge for me is the travel. And I think I'm up to 22 countries that I've visited and vacationed in, thanks to Mary Kay Cosmetics. And all of those are world-class, first-class trips that Mary Kay sends me and my husband on what I call our second honeymoon all the time. And so really, Mary Kay knew that the few Cinderella prizes that women would not necessarily do for themselves is jewelry, luxury gifts like designer handbags. I can't count the designer handbags I have because of Mary Kay. And in addition to that, travel. Right now, there was a poll done probably during the pandemic, is probably why everybody said it, but that said, if you had an extra $1,000 in your budget, what would you do with it? And it was across men and women. But they said predominantly women, the first thing they picked was travel. Yeah. They wanted to travel, vacation. And so I don't know about you. I don't know if we've just been locked up too long or what, but I think we all want to vacation. And so literally this time next year, I will have just gotten back from Maui, Hawaii, and a Four Seasons, which is the ¡1 resort in the United States. And so thanks to Mary Kay, she gives us those Cinderella kind of prizes. You want to go with me, Shelly?
Oh my gosh. I'm like, when can I go?
Well, we're getting to work on that.
Yes.
So, yes, many different types of reward systems. And Mary Kay used to always say, if I can make sure you make enough money, then the perks are what we really work for. Women, believe it or not, I know this sounds crazy, and I'm going to wrap it up in just a second, but women don't really work for money. And I know that I'm going to blow everybody's mind for just a second, but women work for security, and security is income. When we feel like we've got our bills paid, everything's taken care of financially, we tend to breathe, and we tend to work for different things. We work for luxuries. We work to take care of kids' places. We work for experiences. We work for vacations. And so Mary Kay knew that, and she was the queen of putting incentives in there that we really would do the extra mile for.
Yeah, I did that one time. I actually took my profit from my sales, and I paid for a whole family vacation. Started in April, put it like on layaway and paid on it. But it was a ski trip for my whole family at Christmas. And I started getting really nervous because my husband doesn't like surprises. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to give this to the whole family for Christmas and he's going to like flip out like in a bad way. And so I gifted it to him for our anniversary in November. And then we gifted it to the family for Christmas. And it was probably the best treat ever. Like we literally, the kids unwrapped snow chains, they unwrapped bib pants, and they had never been before. So they didn't know what all this was. And they held it up, and we were all like, yeah, we're leaving the day after tomorrow. And they're all like, what? It's the best gift ever.
Yes, it is.
From Mary Kay profit from my sales.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, Shelly, well, I want to say thank you for being our hostess with the mostest tonight. Yay. And I've got one more giveaway. Let's see. My little roving reporter sent me a, let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay. Then okay. Thank you. It is Katie Kaler. Katie Kaler, congratulations. You won the second prize drawing for the evening, and that is our it's melt proof your makeup kit. So it is a summer survival kit. So congratulations, Katie, for being on, and we want to reward you for being there and being able to comment. Okay, Shelly, I'm letting you off the hook.
Thank you.
I'm going to wrap everything up. But
thank you for having me.
Bye. Okay, everybody tell Shelly bye. Okay, ladies, one of the things I just want to share with you is if you said, well, that sounds pretty good, Jill, but, well, we wanted to make sure that you have all your questions answered. We don't want you to make an impulsive decision. We want you to make an informed decision. But if you are ready, if you said, I want free stuff, I want jewelry, I want free vacations, I want a free car, I want more money, I want a place that I can have my family as a priority, I want to make new friends, I want to do all the 6 things that Shelly talked about. If that's you tonight, I want to encourage you to say yes. One of the things I'm going to pop up here is a little image of our starter kit. So right behind me, well, you didn't see that part, but anyway, this image right here is our Mary Kay starter kit. So there's 2 ways to get started. You can get started with our full kit, and our full kit has everything you need to start a Mary Kay business. It's actually got over $400 worth of retail product in it for $130. That also allows you to have a replicated website as well as credit card processing. So when we talk about you making a profit day 1, you can literally make it tonight because somebody could go on your website and order. So that would be awesome. Then the second option is something that we started back in during the pandemic, and it is an e-kit, and that allows you just to order the opportunity to have a website and credit card processing. That is probably not as relevant today as it was back during the pandemic, but we want you to know you have options. So this right here is behind me is the starter kit. So you get this fabulous black bag, get everything in that box. And I will tell you, there's $415 worth of retail product. And those are your toolkit. It's your toolkit. So you're going to start doing makeovers. You're going to let people to try it, touch it, smell it, love it, buy it. That's what they're going to do. And so do you have to have all your sales skills in order? No, you just have to teach people how to wash their face. And guys, we can all do that. So the training is absolutely for free. Everything you're going to do, the only cost you have of getting in the business is your starter kit. Then past that, you're going to probably want a little shelf of products like this right here so that when people come and visit you, they can literally shop from your store. So we're going to want you to do that as well. But you get to decide how much, how little, and exactly what products you choose to stock. But today, if you say yes, and you're already ready to jump in and get started. Now remember, if you're in it for a little bit more or a whole lot, it doesn't matter to us. I always say this business comes in small, medium, and large. So you get to decide. If you're not ready to be a Shelly Ayler just yet, trust me, neither one of us started with there wasn't a lot of fanfare when we started. We literally just started learning and doing more and learning and doing more. So you can make a difference and you can do it step by step. So we've got training programs. We're going to hold your hand as much as you want us to hold your hand, but we want you to say yes, because if you say yes, I'm going to add your website and your credit card processing for one person. I'm going to pay the 30 eStart addition to your starter kit. So if you've got somebody that's just kind of sitting out there thinking about it, tonight would be a great night to sign up simply because it's just going to save you $30, and $30 is $30. So I want to encourage you, if that's you, visit with the lady the consultant that invited you tonight. She's going to talk to her director. Directors are going to funnel those new consultant names to me. We're going to put them on a wheel. We're going to draw. We're going to find out who our lucky winner is. For those of you that were just listening intently and got a great education, we want to say thank you. For those of you that are still thinking about it, one of the things that I always say is if you're thinking, that's fine with us. We want to help you think, but we want to answer your questions. We never twist your arm to say yes. I've been working with women a long time, almost 35 years, and I've learned you don't ever push women to do anything. You allow them to make their own decisions, but we also want to make sure we answer your questions. So if there's questions you have, we would love to answer them. If you're ready to jump in and join with us and start turning the world pink, we would love that as well. Thank you so much for being on tonight. You are a treasure to be with. And thank you, Carrie, for helping us behind the scenes. And thank you so much, Shelly, for your beautiful story. That's a wrap, guys. I can't wait to see who signs up and who is our lucky winner. And those summer must-have sets are going out tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye-bye.